Hello, Leo. So, welcome, and welcome if you're new. I was going to do Aries. Don't tell anybody I was going to do Aries unless you got Aries in your chart. I was going to do Aries first, but then something said, okay, do the Leo reading. So I was like, okay, I guess we're doing Leo. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't because I'm a rising Leo. Maybe subconsciously I just want to know. But I was like, no, because I don't really look at Leo readings too much. I always check my moon sign. Anyway. So I was like, no, let's go ahead and do the Leo reading first because you and Aries are last. So forgive me for the delay if you've been waiting. Let's go ahead and get into it. The planets haven't really moved much since the last reading. Mercury is in Cancer. And I think that it goes back into Leo before it goes direct. However, I could be wrong. I just got the Mystic Mondays deck, so I'll be using that for your reading. And this is a relationship evaluation spread, so it's kind of like the relationship spread, but just a little different. Anyway, Mercury is retrograde. It goes direct on the 31st. On the 31st, oh my goodness, blame it for my speech because I haven't been able to talk right in any of these readings. Anyway, Mars is in Leo, and Jupiter's still retrograde in Sagittarius, Saturn's still retrograde in Capricorn, Uranus is in Taurus. It goes retrograde next month on the 10th. I mentioned that. Neptune is retrograde in Pisces. Pluto's retrograde in Capricorn, and Chiron is retrograde in Aries. So still a lot going on. A lot of reflection, a lot of self-transformation, a lot of stuff going on. So anyway, let's get into your reading. I almost said Aries, Leo. All right. Overall theme of the reading. I'm trapped. Grinding, focusing on your hustle, building skills, learning new skills, building on previous skills, working on your money, focusing your time, your energy, and your effort on what is most important, what is the most fruitful, what is giving you some type of recognition or validation. I don't know why I say validation. Where you're seeing some type of tangible return or something for your efforts. Focusing your energy and your time and your money and your well-being, and things of that nature. Earth energy, I believe, is Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, as it is Earth. This person's purpose in your life is, let's see, the Knight of Wands is here. So this could be a very passionate or creative relationship, or both. Maybe it's to cause you to, or to, what's the word I want to use? To inspire you to grow in this area about the things that you're passionate about. It could be a relationship. It could be a romantic relationship, since it is the Knight of Wands. It's Aries, Leo, or Sag energy. It's fire. But it represents ambition, being action oriented though, like going after what you want, whether it's a job, a relationship, a person, a gig, you name it. Like whatever it is, it's about going after you want. Maybe this person either challenges that from you, or requires that from you, or teaches you something about that, like you're learning, because the Knights are still learning. All right. This person's energy is probably causing you to feel a little bit restricted, probably mentally restricted. You could feel like you don't know how to deal with this. You can't figure out the right way to get out of something. Maybe it's not a not so great situation. I saw 444 as I looked up. Anyway, there's some type of confinement or restriction or some type of limitation. You feel limited within this connection, or within I guess, your abilities for something, or it could represent like being tunnel visioned, or just also being closed-minded. It could go many different ways. We'll clarify anyway. Your strengths as a team, I think you probably have the potential to be very happy together. There's probably a potential for a lot of growth as well with the sun being here. This is Leo energy. But it represents positivity, radiance, vitality, warmth, happiness, growth, success. And also, like, in the traditional tarot, it just makes me think of like your inner child, like being your happiest inner child, being in that vibration. So that's beautiful in the strength. Like, everybody has been getting challenging cards in the strength position, even in this reading. It's been a little difficult to kind of interpret sometimes. Anywho, the challenges you face together. I think there's a difficulty trusting. There's a need to kind of have your guard up at all times. That's what this feels like. Like, you're out here and it's like you see the damage, you see the battle wounds, or you see the scars, or you see the damage that has been done previously, and you don't want to be left out hanging, or you could think that there's some type of deception or secrets. It could also just represent not being true to yourself, someone not being true to themselves in this connection, as it is in the challenge position. Then we have the Hermit here. This is representing the underlying issues that exist. Maybe someone has a hard time going within and questioning themselves, or seeking seeking higher learning, or seeking mentorship or guidance from a either higher power, higher source, or more elevated being. This could represent soul searching, reflection, truth. This is an underlying issue. Maybe there's just a lot of soul searching happening within this connection, or there needs to be a lot of soul searching in this connection. This is Virgo. But it represents the depths of your soul, and seeking to know more about yourself and the way things work. It could also represent just deep meditation, or deep introspection or reflection. This situation could be causing you a lot of introspection, because if you feel very restricted, you could be in a place where you have no choice but to reflect on yourself, especially if you feel the need to protect yourself and you've gone in a hermit mode out of protection mode. So you're probably just in a place where, like, okay, how do I get out of here? How do I get past this? Because you're Leo, you're the strength card, like, that's your card. Courage, strength, patience. So, all right, a better way to communicate with them. The Ten of Cups is here. I think this also represents patience, because before, next to Pentacles, the water or the cups would be the second closest to the slowest energy. But this represents letting things come full circle. Also focusing on happiness, letting things remain in a positive vibe. This does represent emotional fulfillment and like strong family bonds and friendship bonds. I think maybe that just means to focus on that aspect of the connection, or just be positive and have a little patience and let things come full circle. I'm going to clarify with the Rider-Waite deck. All right. Two more shuffles for Leo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. If you don't know how to check your natal chart, there's a link in the bio, and I always say bio, in the description. one more shuffle. And you can see how to do that. I show you by pulling up mine. It's real easy. It's free on Cafe Astrology. And if you want a personal reading or you want to donate because the message was helpful, I appreciate that. And that's all in the description, as well as my social media information if you want to connect with me. All right. So, think someone is being probably a little bit selfish or a little bit greedy, and I think it also means just like a little bit obsessive when it comes to money. You could be throwing all of your time, all of your energy, and all of your efforts into your money or into your project, whatever it is that you're doing. It could be something creative. But whatever your hustle is, whatever your job is, or whatever it is that's giving you some type of progress or some type of return, that's what you're throwing yourself into. It very well could be work with Pentacles here because it supports your stability and your well-being. It's Earth energy. This is Capricorn. So I feel like you're definitely just kind of like being stingy with your time and just throwing it all into something else. But it could also mean that there may be a lack of self-care. Like you could be not tending to yourself in the best ways possible. So this person, I think, is causing you to kind of reevaluate your strategy, or kind of go back to the drawing board. Because like I said, the Knight is still learning. You're still trying to figure it out. So with the Two of Wands being here, you could be at a crossroads. You could be trying to make a decision. But I think you probably are still trying to build this partnership. All right, the Eight of Swords is here. This person's energy is affecting you. Yeah, there's some restriction here. You may be I think it's probably making you afraid to leave your comfort zone. It's causing you to, it may require you to leave your comfort zone, and maybe you haven't figured out how to do that, or you haven't figured out what it is that's keeping you where you are, keeping you held back. Clear my energy, please. So this, maybe it threatens your security in some kind of way, your emotional security, your mental security, something about your stability or your ego, or something about your skin is shedding, or something that makes you uncomfortable. It causes you some type of discomfort. With the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, it causes you some type of instability within you. That's how I feel about that. Your strengths here, I think you're very curious about how much more happy this connection could be. 1331, as I looked at. You're very curious. You could be very maybe you watch each other from afar. You have watched each other from afar. I feel like it is a new connection. I think you have a lot of ideas about you both could probably have a lot of ideas about each other in a good way, like a lot of dreamy ideas or thoughts about each other, and you feel like you could be very happy together. You maybe have thought about a million ways that you could be very happy together. So anyway, that's the strength you have as a team. I think you have a lot of ideas about how to be happy too. And I think you both probably want the same thing. I think you're on the same page. No pun intended. All right. What kind of challenges do you face as a team here with the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Wands? Yeah, I think... Okay, now we have the Knight of Wands here. So in this Knight of Wands energy, this and the Two of Wands, perfect. That means you're enthusiastic about, okay, what's not working? Let's try to fix it, you know? But there's also this protection, this deception, this this not completely being 100% true to yourself, not being 100% invested. Because I think with this seven of swords and Knight of Wands here, even though it's in the upright, could be like a little bit non-committal, a little bit flighty, a little bit in and out. I don't get like a player vibe from this. I just get like a little bit afraid, triggered, feeling like you want to do it one moment and then like, I don't know, because this sword, like, you want to go, I want to go out there. Sure, let's go for it with the Knight of Wands. And then, ooh, I don't know. This is kind of scary. I don't know if I want to do this. Like, this is a lot. Like, there could be a lot going on. This could vary different ways for different people. All right. I just try to keep it general based on what I feel. If I get something very specific, I will mention it, but another 2 here in hermit mode. The underlying issue here in this relationship, there's a decision that needs to be made. Maybe you are definitely at a crossroads or a stalemate, or maybe one of you is in this 7 of Swords energy and one of you is in this Knight of Wands, and maybe there's a flip-flop, or just maybe it's both of you, and maybe it's just like an off and on thing. Like I said, I think you both want the same thing. You have a lot of ideas about how to get it, and you could be clashing, because I see that here. But anyway, at a stalemate, Moon and Libra energy. I think, especially with it being in the mental space, like the air energy, like somebody's thinking a lot about this. I think that there's probably a lot of contemplation going on. A lot of contemplation, because there's fear, and then there's in and out energy. There's, I think, maybe mixed signals. So there's a decision that needs to be made. Probably definitely, most definitely at a crossroads. And I think in a place where you just kind of have to shut off everything. That's why I think you're throwing yourself into your work. Maybe that's the only way you can distract yourself 100% from this situation until maybe you can gain some clarity. A better way to communicate here is, like I said, be patient, focus on building the connection, and maybe not so much being defensive. You could be losing hope, feeling like you'll never achieve this 10 of Cups, but I feel it's here. It's here. I think maybe you're just trying too hard. Maybe because this could represent like being frustrated because things aren't going your way, or losing hope, doubting yourself, losing your will, like feeling like you're ready to give up. I think a lot of you may feel like you're ready to give up. I got to get another card because I can't end on that. Clarify the 7 of Wands in reverse with the 10 of Cups, please. Okay, a bunch of cards popped out. Well, not a bunch, 3 cards, and I'm gonna just go ahead and take them. So the 7 of Cups is here. I think you're just clouded by distractions and illusions. I think there's too many thoughts circulating in your mind. I think you have just as many ideas as you have about happiness, you may have about what could go wrong, or somebody. If this isn't you, this is probably your person. Losing hope, feeling like you'll never get this fresh start. You'll never get this new beginning. You're feeling like maybe there's no potential here. Maybe there's no effort. Maybe you'll be stuck here forever. Like this, with this restriction here, the 8 of Swords again, like, and then the Pentacles, look, being actually stuck. You feeling like, oh goodness, you got a million different reasons or a million different excuses or illusions or fears about how you might stay stuck. You got to let go of that. I'm going to leave that up here. That isn't really what I was wanting with that. Let's just ask a better way to communicate. What's a better way to communicate for Leo and their person? What's a better way to communicate? Eight of Wands. I doubt that. Like rush in and quickly. This does represent fast moving situations. Let me look. I'm just going to read from the book and see what's in this book. This is a new deck for me. And they all typically mean the same thing, but different books have different interpretations, and I love them. So I'm going to read from it anyway. It represents progress, movement, rapid action. Your steady pace has turned into a full-on sprint. Things are falling into place in a serendipitous fashion. With structure, there's freedom, room for more self-expression and creativity. Boundaries enable you to think about more important tasks, funneling your efforts into concentrated focus instead of using up your reserves. Fueled by your passion, you are moving faster than ever, picking up inspiration along the way. All right, taking advantage of opportunities that come your way. The universe is working in your favor. Okay, I think this just means to focus on your creative passions and kind of get out of this energy, because if there's all these fears that you feel overwhelmed with within this situation, you have to focus on something that's going to raise your vibration. Because if there's an energy exchange between you two that keeps happening in this vibration, this connection is going to fall apart. So let's get your advice. Watch your advice say the same damn thing that I'm sorry, I'm trying to wash my mouth. Watch your advice say the same thing I just said. Give me some good advice for Leos. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I don't know what I was about to say. One more. Uh-oh, the Empress just tried to pop out. Almost popped all the way out, but it didn't. Okay, one good shuffle, please. For Leos. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's take some jumpers. Why not? For Leo's advice. See if I can anyway. This deck is kind of... it's pretty long. Ooh, a Starman, which is the Magician. What was it? Princess of Swords wanted to come out. Oh, came on out. Princess of Swords. It's like, wanted to come out, I'm coming out. All right, I hear you. Got something to say. All right, the Sacred Clown, which is the Fool. The bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. So definitely, I think focusing on your energy in a responsible way. So yes, you can throw yourself into work, but also take time for yourself and take care of yourself as well. I'm going to read from the book anyway, because y'all know I love it. But let me give you my interpretation, my rundown from the Starman Tarot deck perspective anyway, with a twist. The Starman is here. It's about manifesting your dreams, going after what you want, being fearless, trusting in yourself, and trusting in the divine. Know that you are powered by a higher source. Blame Mercury for the linguistics. Anyway, know that you're powered by a higher source. Know that you can achieve or accomplish anything within your reach. And I think it also is about just going within and seeking your higher source, seeking your higher power for guidance on this journey. And I think this is definitely about speaking your truth, speaking your mind, not being afraid to do so, not having fears, overcoming fears. And then the sacred clown in the reverse. It has a different interpretation in the Starman Tarot deck, so I'm going to read it for what it's meant to be interpreted for. And I'm not going to even go off there. Anyway. Manifest your reality. Ideas are communicated and brought into the physical world with ease. You have everything you need to create the world you desire. Reconfigure yourself in liberating, expressive, and complex ways. So yes, definitely there's a lot of growth to be had in this situation. I think you should definitely move forward very swiftly and passionately into the things that you're creative creatively or artistically good at. And the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. Dazzle in the delights of your ambitions. Pay attention to your surroundings, question your reality, keep an open mind. So definitely question the things that are going on within you too. Question this energy. Question your comfort zone, question your safety zone, question why you feel so comfortable there. Question what it is that you feel like you're missing out on, or what it is that you want, and what it is that you're willing to do for it. And what it is that you're willing to sacrifice for, what parts of yourself you're willing to relinquish to get out of here. What skin are you gonna shed? Because you might have to come out of this little get up you got on. You know what I'm saying? What part are you ready to let go of? To release that. Pay attention to everything. Pay attention to all of the illusions and the distractions trying to keep you from beginning this new start, because there is a lot of potential here for long-term stability, whatever this is. And then the Sacred Clown in the reverse. I don't believe it has a reverse. No, that's the Starman that doesn't have a reverse meaning in this deck. All right, you could be currently feeling restrained. It says feeling restrained, acting rashly, upsetting others. Stay back. Seek to unblock yourself from the changes you face. So yeah, definitely blocked, for sure. Blocked, hella blocked. So you definitely need to go within, and I think do some thinking and make some decisions, and pay attention to what you see within. And you have the power to manifest everything you want. With the Queen of Pentacles, I'll go ahead and read that one too. Where are you? All right, the Queen of Pentacles. All right. Nurture yourself in the environment around you. Be open to the needs of others. Distribute the wealth you have equally among others. Channel your gifts to create a new life. But in the reverse, because it's also in the reverse over here, it says here, disconnecting from what stabilizes you, feeling sick or lack of energy, overworking yourself, ignoring relationships. I think you could be overworking yourself and neglecting yourself in some ways. So this Queen of Pentacles in the upright is here to remind you not to neglect yourself. Yes, you can look out for others, but you need to also look out for yourself first and foremost, because you can't do any more for others than you're doing for yourself. Okay. So I am going to do an extended reading for Patreon if you would like to see that. And I don't know if extended readings are my thing, so I think Patreon is just going to get additional readings. So if you want to be a part of Patreon, as soon as I start getting on the next cycle of videos, I will be doing extended readings, probably a series, a bunch of mini readings, and I'll just do as many as I can for y'all. And I'll just have to tweak my benefits on Patreon. So please connect with me there. The top two tiers will stay the same. Connect with me on social media below. And if you want to book a personal reading or donate, the information is below. Please like and share and subscribe and comment if the reading resonated. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, Leos. Peace, love, and light.